On today's beer and cheese pairing from Deciduous Brewing Company out of Newmarket, New Hampshire, I have Passage, which is an American lager. It comes in at 4.7% ABV. Just says hashtag USA on the bottom there. There's no canned on date that I know of. I dance it around. I don't see one. But hey, it's an American lager. All right. So, the cheese I'm going to be pairing with this beer is from Homestead Meadows Goat Milk Creamery. And this is a handcrafted raw cheddar goat milk cheese. I've already cut up a couple of slices. You can hardly see it there. It's pretty white. It's like a bar of soap. And there you go. It kind of cuts fairly easy. Knife kind of goes right through it, kind of like a solid stick of butter. And then it can get a little bit crumbly as well. It has a flex. It has a little bit of a flex to it. All right. Well, let's give this beer a pour so we can see what that looks like. I do have a nice tall Pilsner glass here. No. There you go. Just like you get at a 99 restaurant or Chili's or Uno's or wherever you go. Just kidding. Applebee's. Like a date night. Anyways, the head on this, it's tight-knit bubbles. I poured it pretty aggressively at first. And, yeah, they're kind of sticking around a little bit. It gets kind of soap sudsy at the top. A very vibrant white head. Now, this isn't unfiltered. You can see through it still, as you can see, but it is definitely an unfiltered American lager. It's got some nice yellowish hues to it, gold straw colorations. It looks nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and start with this beer first, and then I'll go into the cheese. Some aromas out of the beer. You get a lot of the kind of doughy, biscuity aromatics, so doughy, bready, biscuity. Under that, there's a little bit of a lemon citrus, a little spice to it. Yeah, so it kind of seems like some ingredients you might use with fish, kind of like lemon and kind of herbal, spicy, maybe a touch of like a coriander, black pepper type thing going on. All right, it smells pretty decent, especially for an American lager. This would be like pre-prohibition stuff, so it's before they went all complete adjunct. Let's try to get some flavor here. Cheers. Light body, good high medium carbonation. It's got some spritz to it. Extremely drying to the palate. Very nice. Plenty of those bready, kind of doughy, somewhat crackery notes as well coming through. Definitely drying off the palate a lot. Do get that kind of lemon zestiness too. A little bit of the herbal spice comes through. If I had to guess, I would say Saaz. Now, buying an American lager from a craft brewer, you're gonna pay a bit of a price. But damn, I think it's actually worth it. It's they're kind of down there. They're in the like $14 range or so for a 4-pack. But I mean, you're not gonna get flavors like this from an American adjunct lager. The American lagers are very nice. They're pretty similar to the Germanic lagers, the ones that are being brewed by these craft brewers anyways, just because you're getting so much of that kind of bready and doughy flavor out of the malt profile, and then decent amount of hop flavor as well. There's a bitterness. I would say for style, it's a moderate bitterness, but it's nice. Just stays on your palate, and it's drying, and it makes you want to go back and drink more, and you easily can. And a low ABV as well, so it's not super filling. The calories are going to be down a bit, you know. So let's add some of those calories with the cheese. All right, so it's got this kind of slight kind of farmyardy nose to it. There's also a little bit of almost like a rubber smell. Definitely getting that raw milk. It's kind of earthy toned, milky, but definitely kind of on a creamy side of milk. There's a richness to it, but it also smells that of maybe what a goat was eating. A little bit of the field. That's where I'm kind of getting that funk from, that farmyardy smell. It's kind of got that grassy kind of tone to it, which should go pretty well with this American lager. So, anyways, let's take a bite. A little bit on the it's a soft cheese. You're chewing it, it starts to break down a little bit. It kind of gets this chalkiness, kind of coats the palate with a bit of a chalkiness, I would say. Mild flavors. It does have kind of a bit of a nuttiness, maybe an unsalted butter. Definitely that raw milk note is coming through again. Getting a lot of that kind of grassy kind of flavor coming through. So a little bit of that farminess. Now, as far as this being a cheddar, I mean, I really like sharp cheddars, extra sharp cheddars. Sometimes the sweeter cheddars are nice too. This one just, it doesn't get quite as, you know, it just doesn't have that cheddar bite that I really enjoy from the goat, not from the cow milk cheddars that are out there. This one's definitely a little bit different, and it is a cheddar. It's within the same family kind of flavors, but just not as in depth. It's kind of softer, and it definitely has a raw appeal to it. So let's go ahead and pair these together now. I'm going to eat some cheese and drink some beer. So that raw milk flavor from the cheese, that kind of grassiness, blends so well with that doughy biscuitiness of this Pilsner, or lager, I should say. All Pilsners are lagers, but not all lagers are Pilsners, and this is a lager. Yeah, it just blends very well with the malt notes, even that kind of lemony flavor. Yeah, like a lemony, grassy, raw milk, and all the dough, the bread type notes. Very nice. Let's take a sip. I'll eat the cheese. I'm sure that it's probably better to have the cheese first and then drink some of the beer. Typically, it kind of seems the way that it works. Yeah, that way the cheese is kind of hidden a little bit at first. It takes a while. All the bitterness, that kind of lemon and kind of spicy herbal note kind of takes over. The bitterness does seem to be amped up just a tad bit from the prior way of doing this too. The eating the cheese after the beer, it kind of does amp up the bitterness just a bit more. But yeah, I would say that this raw cheddar goat milk cheese pairs very well with this American lager passage from Deciduous. As far as rating these, I mean, I would say this is an excellent American lager. I highly recommend it. That's Deciduous. The cheese, like I said earlier, it's not. It wouldn't be my go-to cheddar. I like them a bit more rich. But it's not bad, and it does serve its purpose. It blends, you know, I would say it's something to kind of, if you were going to put it with something. This might even go well with like some berries and stuff. Blackberries, things like that nature. So I'd say this is more of like a cheese to, can't even see it on that plate. Cheese to blend. So there we go. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.